Hey there everyone, Michael from TheJemteck here, and today I have got a review for you of the Incipio Edge. This is a two-piece hard-shell slider case made by Incipio for the iPhone 4 and 4S. From what I've found, it works on both the AT&T and Verizon models, and I guess that's about it. Open it up, and inside the case, a very nice soft touch finish to it. You just slide it off, this little mannequin comes out. So it's a polycarbonate plastic, which is generally pretty strong and doesn't chip very much. And it's just a, your typical slider case. Comes in a whole bunch of different colors. This is the purple matte finish. And it's got, if you've used any of the spec cases for a MacBook Pro or something, you might know the finish that I'm talking about. That's kind of a soft touch rubbery finish, almost like they sprayed a rubber on here, which is very nice. So it not bouncy or anything obviously, but it's got a nice finish to it. You can see the Incipio logo here, and camera cutout, sleep wake button, headphone jack, and cutout for your volume rocker over here. So you can see there's this rubber pad here with the Incipio logo that kind of prevents the case from making direct contact with your phone, so that it doesn't actually scratch it when particles of dust or sand or whatever get in there. It's raised a little bit compared to the case, so your phone is really pushing up against this, so it's not making direct contact, so nothing will scratch your phone. So I guess we're going to go ahead and just put this in here, and you can see at the bottom the cutout for the speakers and the 30-pin dock connector. So I'm just going to take my phone and slide it in. And there it is. So you can see it looks pretty cool. It's got a nice border around the edges, so that if you were to set it down on something like a table like this, there's enough space, there's enough of a border here, a bezel, that your home screen, your screen rather, won't be scratching up against the surface and getting scratched. Okay, so nothing really came in the box for this other than the case itself. There was no screen protector or a little cloth or whatever, which Spec used to do with some of their cases. I know they used to give you screen protectors and stuff, and I know some other cases do, but I guess this one doesn't. So from what I've been using it for, I haven't really dropped it with this case yet, but I don't think it would really protect that much from impact damage. I think it's more for if a guy was just going to throw it in his pocket with some change or sit on it, you don't want it to get dented. Or if a woman was to throw it in her purse and the keys would scratch or dent it or whatever, that's what this is preventing for. And I'm sure there's some degree of shock protection, but it's very minimal, being as this is just a hard plastic case with a very little amount of rubber right there, so not really any shock protection. But there is decent dent protection if you were to, something were to fall on it or anything. The cutout right here for the camera is, it's a decent size, so when I've taken pictures with this, it hasn't, I know some cases kind of reflect back the flash, but this case has a big enough cutout that it doesn't reflect back. You can see right there, the wake button has a really nice cutout actually on the back, so that your finger can just kind of approach right up over there like this, and you don't have to kind of lift it up. Some cases leave this part, this edge right here, filled in, and when you're going to turn off your phone, you kind of have to, I'll show you here, go up and back down, whereas this one you can just slide your finger right over and press it. Okay, and as you can see, when I pressed right there kind of hard, it's starting to kind of separate at the bottom, so it doesn't stay on the phone that strong. Like the traction's not that strong that it stays on. It's actually relatively easy to kind of slide off, and if you were to pull it out of your pocket, let's say you put it in your pocket like this, if you were to just kind of pull and it got snagged on your pants, it wouldn't be too difficult for it to just come off like that. So that's, I'm a little disappointed in that. And again, I just want to touch on the feature of the really nice cutouts where you don't actually have to bring your finger up and around. You just kind of slide it right across like that, and you can reach your volume buttons over there and your vibrate switch. So I guess that's about it. For $30, which was the original list price, I honestly don't think it was that great of a case. I think there could have been a lot better features to it. If you're looking for a simple case that doesn't add a lot of bulk, I mean, this is a very thin case. It doesn't add a lot of bulk, but again, the less bulk, the less shock protection and drop protection. So you've got to compromise. I just want to show you this auxiliary jack on the top. The cutout for that is actually pretty small. It doesn't give you a lot of extra room, and if you have anything that much bigger than the typical, the standard Apple earbuds, it's not going to fit in that well. So I'll just show you. You can put in these, and they're kind of hard to press in, and they do fit. There's just not a whole lot of extra room there, and I would be a little hesitant about buying this if you listen with bigger headphones or anything that has a jack that's any bigger than this. But overall, it's a fine case. I mean, I didn't pay that much for it, so I'm not that disappointed. But for $30, this is definitely not one of the cases I would suggest, only because it doesn't provide a whole lot of drop protection, and it slides off a little easier than it should. But if you want a simple case, a thin case, a good-looking case, then this is the way to go if you're just looking for simplicity. But if you're looking for real protection, this would not be the way to go. Maybe more towards an OtterBox Reflex series or something of that type. So that's about it for this video. I want to thank you for watching, and if you could please rate, comment, and if this was helpful, just subscribe, because it really helps us out, and we love getting out content to you, but it kind of sucks if no one's watching. So again, I appreciate it, and I guess that's it. Have a good day, everyone. Peace.